Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly video. And got some stuff to show you. Alright, so we had our monthly Diecast meet today. Today is Saturday. We meet on every fourth Saturday of the month, and it's usually pretty cool. And usually I kind of bring home a bit of stuff because it's stuff that we've kind of been, people have been holding for each other throughout the month and all of that. So so some of this stuff is traded. Actually, pretty much all of this stuff was a trade except for one purchase. And then I also found some other stuff earlier in the week, and I also got a mail find from HeavyMetal One64. So let's get into it. All right, so first thing, actually I only found one thing in the store, and that was this right here. This Pontiac Firebird M2 one of 750 worldwide chase in the Detroit Muscle R40 series. And I don't know, I'm very undecided still as to whether or not I'm going to keep this or sell it or trade it. If I keep it, I'm going to open it. I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't really collect them too, right? So there really wouldn't be too much of a reason for me to keep it, except for the fact that it's a Firebird, and I do collect Firebirds. So, I'm in a conundrum here. I don't know what to do with it. So, I haven't decided it yet, so you will not see this opened in the second half of the video, but I did find a chase this week, so that is pretty cool. I might actually end up just coughing it up and selling it, because it's M2. You guys know I'm not a huge M2 guy. Yeah, this is a casting with opening doors and all that, and I'm just not that into it. All right, so there's that, and then I got a mail find. As you may have seen earlier in the week, I posted a video from HeavyMetal One64. Just a quick recap. Got this van. Got this oddball Matchbox Fisker, which I might run those by the camera real quick in the second half of the video. And then I got this Wild Air Dodge Viper, which I will show close up in the second half of the video. And then we will also open this GMC Vandura from the Blue Collar series. We'll go ahead and get that opened up and take a quick look at it. It's the same tooling as they did for the A-Team van, so that's pretty cool. And then one other thing I got aside from the toy show was I did get a mail find from Japan, something I had ordered a while back, which I'll take this actually out so you can actually see it quick. But it is a Ferrari F355 in black Kyosho. So we will take a peek at that in the second segment of the video, off of its base and all that good stuff. And then I also got a Tomica Premium, Takara Tomy, whatever, Porsche 911 Carrera RS, and this is from the same seller. So we will take this out of the box and take a peek at it. It should look pretty cool. So we'll take a peek at that. And then to kick off what I acquired at the show, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to show you everything I acquired at the show. I'm going to save a little bit of it for next week's video because I'm probably not going to find much this following week. So Suresh, the stuff I got from you today, I'm not going to show right now. And it's some pretty cool stuff, so you want to watch next week's video for that. But I did manage to, I made a trade right away because I saw something that I needed to have in my collection, and that was this right here, this Auto World Ultra Red. This is an Ultra Red Chase version of the Dirty Christine. We will go ahead and take a look at that in the second segment of the video because I am going to open that up for sure. And then I also, from the same person, actually, you guys might know him on YouTube. He hasn't posted a video in quite some time, but Battle Styles PL. His name's Chuck. So he was at the meet today, and so he was there, and he had this piece too that he added to the trade, which this is a Tomica Limited Vintage Neo. Nissan GTR Nismo and Attack package. Really cool looking, and we will definitely take a look at this awesome looking piece close up in the second segment of the video. So it was nice that I was able to make a trade for this stuff. He wanted it. He told me the prices on the stuff, and I just couldn't afford it. So I was like, you know, let's see if we can work something out, and we did. So that was awesome of you. Thank you, buddy. And then I'll show you some other stuff here. Some of this stuff I'm not going to open up in the second segment of the video just for the sake of time, and I'm actually going to show you that first here real quick. I got a bunch of stuff that my buddy Josh had been holding for me, a bunch of mainline cars, just Ferraris and Lambos. So just a quick peek at those. These will be in future 10 Car Tuesday episodes. So a couple Lambos in there, Ferrari, actually this car too, which is really cool, this BP Matchbox Lamborghini Countach. This may show up in a Matchbox Monday episode, but won't be in the second segment of this video. And then we've got some more Lambos here, a bunch of mainline Lambos. This one is really cool, this like satin black one. And this Celine S7. I think he's been holding on to these cars for me for like months, but I had a couple of things I was holding on to for him, so we were able to just kind of swap even for all of that stuff, which was nice. Which is always cool at these meets because I never end up really spending money. It's just swap a couple of things around for some stuff that people have been holding for me and vice versa, and kind of neat that way. And then I was able to add some Boogie Vans to the collection. This is all from one person, Brian. Shout out to you, buddy. Some Boogie Vans. Turns out I already have that one, so I won't be opening up that in the second segment of the video. That will end up being traded or sold. And then I also picked up this because this was really cool. This Plymouth Roadrunner. I thought this would be a neat one to eventually compare to the Auto World casting, and that's very cool, but we will definitely open up that. And then more Boogie Vans. This one's from, of course, That Van Guy on YouTube. So my local buddy, Andrew, check him out on YouTube if you have not already. He gave me an REOK a while back. This I was able to also just trade him a couple of things that I had for it. And this was the 76 Ford Econoline Boogie Van. So another one to check off that Boogie Van list. And then this Frankenberry hooked me up with that. That was actually really an REOK. And this was also REOK. This was a it's from a Disney movie, and you guys are probably laughing because I don't know what it is, but it is and it's in Japanese, so I really don't know what it is. But it is a weird little van, and it is a Takara Tomy, a Tomica, just weird, a Tomica Disney van. So we'll take a look at that in the second segment. Should be interesting. And then the stuff I got from SC Diecast. SC Diecast, really cool. You got Scott and Lindsay Cleveland, married couple that do this little business, and they're just awesome. They really are. Great prices on stuff and just awesome stuff. So I got a couple of things that I had kind of pre-ordered, and then a couple other Johnny Lightning stuff that I got from them. They're great, so I definitely recommend purchasing from them. They have great communication, all that stuff, and just really good prices, and just really cool. So I picked up these two, so I don't have to go find them in the store. Pretty cool to get those Monte Carlos, both the set A and set B. This is 2018 release 1 for Johnny Lightning. I got both of these Skylines. Glad to check those off the list. Same series, classic gold. And then from the newest Street Freaks series, this is 2018 release 2. I got one of the Vista Cruiser wagons in the Demolition Derby. I didn't get the other one in purple. And then I got the two IROC Zs in the Project in Progress. Really kind of excited about these two for sure. So we're going to open those up in the second segment. We're going to have a lot to look at in the second segment, so this is going to be a long video. The other a couple of items that I got from them I don't need to show in the second segment. One was this Gran Turismo set, which I believe they still have some of these sets available, as well as those Street Freaks and the classic Gold Johnny Lightning, so if you want to hit them up. Facebook's a good place to find them, for sure. Otherwise, on Instagram, it's oldiesjunkie77, I think it is. Yeah, oldiesjunkie77. Or you can email them at oldiesjunkie77@gmail.com. But the Gran Turismo set, I already did a video on these when Todd got them, so I really don't need to show them again. They're just going to get opened at my leisure and added to my loose collection. And then the shop trucks. So I picked up these from them as well. Great price on these two. I think they still have sets available. I just got sick of going to Target for them, and looking for them. So I'm like, man, they have them available. Why don't I just get them from them? And I got to see them today at the meet, so of course I didn't have to pay shipping or anything, and ended up basically getting them basically the same price as retail with tax. So why not? And I'll do a separate video on these shop trucks, so don't need to show them in the second half of this video. So that's going to be it. So we do have quite a bit of things to look at here. And let's go ahead and flip the camera around without further ado and get opening some really cool stuff. So, awesome. All right, let's start by taking a look at this wild error from our good buddy Travis, HeavyMetal 164. This is insanity in an error form. So obviously, I'm not sure exactly how this happened, but when it was going to be put together and riveted together, what had happened is it looks like the base had slipped out of position, and as you can see, it tried to rivet or spin down the rivets right there. And when it tried to spin down those posts, it just pushed into the plastic and didn't actually hit any of the actual metal posts. So the posts are still there and intact. So essentially it's like an unspun with a total like misstamped base, along with like a bent wheel and bent axles on both axles, and it's just totally wild looking. So that just looks crazy. That is a cool error. I do not collect the errors, but this will, just as it sits, stay in my collection, just because it is just kind of really, really neat. It's just a really neat example of an error, and just a really cool car. So thank you, Travis, for that. Real quick, just rolling by a couple of things. This is the van he hooked me up with. It's a Matchbox van, lifted van. That's awesome. Thank you very much for that. That's really cool. And then this Matchbox is just kind of a random. This is a Fisker Karma 2011. Weird car. I don't really know anything about it. Somebody commented on the video with Travis, kind of telling me something about it, but I don't know if it was ever made or what, or if it's solar powered or what the deal is. But it isn't. It's a weird car. It's just a weird looking car. It's kind of nice looking. It is a 4-door. But definitely odd. All right, so there's those items. Then the other one real quick from Travis was this GMC Vandura. You guys know I collect vans. I mean, you should know by now. So this is a 1972 GMC Vandura. And just a nice looking yellow. Some really cool wheels on it. Very nicely detailed, very nicely done by Greenlight. No issues. It rolls. One of the quietest rolling Greenlights I've ever had in my collection. The wheels are on actually perfectly straight. It's number 1841. For those of you who care, everything is tight on this car. The fit and finish, as you would say, is quite excellent on this vehicle. I'm actually quite impressed with it. I think it's very, very nicely done. It should be the standard, by the way, for Greenlight. Every vehicle should be this perfect. At minimum, I think, a little tampo error or, a little smudge or something on some of the detailing or whatever is somewhat acceptable, but the biggest thing is get the base riveted on correctly. Get the base spun down correctly, and this one is done well. All right, so there are that, and here is the Kyosho that I got, this Ferrari, to add to the Kyosho collection. See if we can maybe zoom in a little bit more here on it. Very nice, very nicely done in black. Interior looks great. Lots of detail in there. As far as in the mold, we got lens detail for the taillights. The exhaust is like a separate piece. We got lens detail in the front. This vehicle would have flip-up headlights, so of course you don't see the actual headlights, but you do get the lens detail there. So overall, pretty cool. It does roll. Not the greatest roller, but Kyoshos generally aren't, and that's not really what you buy them for. And but the stance is really nice, and it looks very good. So like that. I'm glad to add that to my ever slowly growing Kyosho collection. And then sticking with import diecast for a moment, this is from that van guy, Andrew. This is really a wacky one. I don't know. I think he got this off of eBay. Maybe he bought 2 of them. I'm not sure. Comes with some literature. Maybe I should scan that QR code. See where that gets me. And this is from some Disney movie. And forgive me, I am so unintelligent when it comes to anything pop culture. So I have absolutely no clue what this is from. At least modern pop culture. Some nostalgic stuff I would be into. But this is pretty cool. It's actually a pretty heavy piece. Bottom is plastic, but the body is metal, and it's a very thick, kind of heavy metal. It's got suspension. It's got some weird little tire. I mean, I don't know. This is cool. I think it's cool. What do you guys think? Tell me what kind of van this is, if anybody knows exactly what it is. I don't. It's got a bubble window, though. It's just painted, but pretty neat. Got, I'm assuming, a movie scene on the side there. Like I said, clueless on that. So, very, very cool. Thank you very much, Andrew, for that little REOK. That is a pretty neat one. So, sticking with Tomy, and then this is a Tomica Premium. This is from that same seller I got the Kyosho from. Just picked up 2 things. Again, we got some... this was sealed, by the way. I did have to cut cellophane to open it. I don't have many Tomica in my collection, period. I don't have any... I have like 2 TLVs, aside from the one that I'm about to show you in a moment. And I've got just 1 other premium piece, I think, or maybe 2 other premium pieces. A Dodge Viper, I believe. That might be a basic Tomica, I'm not sure. And then now this one, and I've got a Lamborghini Countach. But this is really nice. It's not a Tomica Limited Vintage, so it's got a plastic base, it's got plastic tires, but I mean the plastic tires, no big deal, right? It looks really good, so it rolls really good. It's got suspension. The lens detail for the headlights is awesome. Just a job well done, I think. I think that's very well done. It's very well detailed. It's actually got lens detail for the taillights too. So I mean, really what more than you want. Okay, maybe rubber tires would be nice. The plastic base doesn't bother me at all. Rubber tires though probably would be a cool add, but the way that these wheels look, who cares really? That it's not, they aren't rubber. I mean, that it's a nice looking diecast replica of this car. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. All right, so there is that. And then sticking of real premium Tomica, this is Tomica Limited Vintage Neo. This is the Nismo and Attack package. And speaking of package, it's in quite a big package. We're going to go ahead and open it up. Got some stuff in there, some literature and whatnot. In this oversized box for what it is, and then what it is. And here it is. Black, some red accenting on the body kit. This one does have, of course, rubber tires. It's got suspension. It's got the disc brakes that do not move with the rotating of the wheels. It looks just great. The detail on the back here is just quite excellent. All lensed, all insert taillights. It's black, so maybe it's not going to show up super awesome on camera as far as the detail goes, but this thing looks mean, and it is done so well. The side mirrors are on. They're a little bit probably fragile, but they don't feel that fragile, and neither does the plastic wing. You'd think it would be, but it seems like it's made out of a very high quality material. The kind of a shot of the interior there. Got red, I think it's red seats in there. The glass is pretty clear. Yeah, there's a red on the seats. That is really cool. I think this is just awesome. The tiny little red accents. Look at that little GTR logo right there. The lens detail in the headlamps. I mean, the little tiny printing right here on the wheel. Look at that. That's an amazing little piece. I was glad I was able to get that. I saw it and I was like, oh man, that is really awesome. I somehow got to get it from you without having to pay for it. So I was able to do that. So that's awesome. 1/64 scale. Tomica Limited Vintage Neo. Join my collection, my very thin collection of Tomica Limited Vintage. Next, we're going to take a look at this one. This is the chase version of this car. There's 4,800 here, so figure 3%, and that's going to be the number of these there are. Of course, I had to bring out the non-chase version to compare it to. So here's a quick look around that. One of the coolest auto worlds ever. So Mio did a really great job with getting this one made, and it's just so very cool as is. And then this is the chase version of the car. And open that up and take a peek, and it is very cool as well. So it is ultra red in color, and then it's dusted and clear coated with a like a matte-ish clear coat. It's kind of shiny, a little shiny, but there's a difference. So it's much darker red, and it is actually, I believe, ultra red paint. It's just that they dirtied it up, which makes it quite unique as a chase piece. It's also got a white interior as opposed to the red interior, and it's got a white painted dirty base. I love how they even put dirt and stuff on the tires. I mean, is that not really cool? The chase is really cool. The regular is really cool too. I don't really see much. Yeah, there is dust and dirt on these tires, and that's probably a random kind of effect of how they put that on there, so it's not exact every time like the pattern of the wear and stuff is on the outside. But it's just one of the best looking weathered cars out there, and of course it's just done so well. Let's see, the motor in this is probably shiny. Yeah, motor is shiny in there. It's silver. Same as in here. Silver. She looks like it's silver with a little bit of gold in there on this one. Either way, I wish they would have weathered the motor a little bit. That might be getting nitpicky because the piece is so cool. But I do wish that they would have made the motor look a little dusty and whatever as well, because you know it obviously probably would be. But man, is that a cool add to the collection. And an ultra red I knew I had to get eventually, just didn't want to pay an exorbitant amount of money for it, so I was glad to be able to get it in trade. So very, very awesome. Next up, let's talk some more vans. We'll start with this Frankenberry custom 77 Dodge van. I wasn't really making a run at this casting, but now that my buddy Andrew, that van guy, like has all of these, and for some reason keeps picking up doubles and then pawning them on me, which I do appreciate. Thank you very, very much. I'm starting to whittle down the amount of these that I actually need yet for my collection, but kind of wacky. Cereal's great though, right? Frankenberry's awesome. Who doesn't like Frankenberry? And just a nice looking Dodge, Hot Wheels Dodge van. So cool to add that. Thank you, Andrew. And then we're going to do the 3 boogie vans. And forgive me, I am not super up on which series they're from. They did a couple series of boogie vans. I think this was the series 1. I don't know. It doesn't really say. It doesn't say Series 2 on it, so I guess I'm just going to assume it's Series 1. But this is one I didn't have. It's a Ford. Black and yellow. We got some bass spinning on issues with this one. There's the bass. It is it on slightly crooked, or is that just because I think it's the axle's actually bent on this side, and it's from it sitting in the package forever, I think. How it's sitting so tight in the package. What I'll probably do is just try to get this to sit lower on this side too, so that it actually just looks even and just looks a little bit lower than stock. I don't know, but I think that's fixable. Maybe not. Maybe it just needs to be pulled out. Sometimes that happens, and that's why you got to take your cars out of the package. But yeah, so we got a leaner, and still pretty cool. So glad to have it. And then, so we actually running each one of the castings we get to look at. So here's the Chevy G20. I believe this is also from Series 1. This one's got plastic tires as well. Both of these come with a little sticker. Here's a Save the Planet sticker. And Disco Fever was from the last one. This one, base is on nice and perfect. Chevy Parts and Service. This casting is such a huge chunk of metal. Just a lot of metal. Body's metal, base is metal, and it is got some weight to it. Curious to see how fast these would actually be down a track if they fit. They're pretty wide, but I don't know. I think they probably would fit. If it fits, I mean, this thing is heavy, and the wheels are pretty low friction. So I would imagine it would scorch down a track. So, but there's the Chevy, and then of course what's left is the Dodge. There's that one there. Really cool color. In pictures and stuff, I thought this thing was silver. It's really like a lavender, like a metal flake lavender. Wacky design on the side of it. This also has plastic tires, metal body, metal base. Also very heavy. And it's got a lot of detail to it. Looks pretty good. So let's see. So that was a 77 Dodge. Or that was a, yeah, 75 Dodge. The Chevy was a 77. I suppose, can we compare it just real quick to the GMC from 72? Just to take a kind of a close look at these. These would have been very similar, right? The Vandura and the Chevy G20. As you can see, the Johnny is much wider, but it's not technically to scale. So the green light's probably way more to scale. But both of these are... This is definitely heavier. Big time. This Johnny Lightning is way heavier than that green light. It just is. I don't know if it's just thicker metal or what, but it is. This thing's a chunk. All right, so there's the vans, and then we still got a lot of Johnnies to look at here. We'll start with the older one. This Ad Rods Plymouth Roadrunner. Cars featured in famous ads of the past. This one's really nice looking, and it's got rubber tires. This must be the famous ad from the past. The Roadrunner, the Satellite, Plymouth Sebring Satellite. So yeah, so let's take a look at it. Man, this is really nice. This is what year is this from? Set it in front of you so you can take a look at it while I'm trying to peek at the year. It's from Ad Rods, Collect All 6, 2003 likely. It's really nice. It's a really nice Johnny Lightning. I saw it and I was like, wow, it looks good. I don't know how it looks out of the package, and it definitely looks really good. There's the motor. It's got some detail in there. Polyglass. Goodyears. White letter tires. Of course, metal body, metal base. Excellent roller. Excellent looking wheels. Excellent little Johnny Lightning. I really like that one. I really like that one. Let me know what you think about that one down in the comments down below. And then we got modern Johnnies, round 2 Johnnies. What should we start with? Should we start with the Monte Carlo SS's? Let's start with those. I'm going to open up both of them. They're limited to $29.80 each. There's one there. In white, that is version what? Version B. And then version A is in black. And there's version A in black. And right off the bat, I mean, I am noticing some quality control issues immediately. With this black one, the way that they try to detail the rim, it's not perfect on either side of the car. And neither is the stripe detailing. It's not perfect on either side of the car. It almost makes it look like the wheel is off. And maybe it is. I don't know. The fender of this car is a little oddly shaped. Is that so on the white one? Yeah, it kind of is. Do you think that that's the right shape for this fender? I don't know if it's a line that's throwing me off, but it just seems a little incorrect. Or like the wheel sits a little bit back further than it should in it. I don't know. Let me know what you think about this, but it's a pretty cool G-body. Open up the hood. So I'm assuming they're going to both have similar detail. I mean, they look good. They're detailed. I can't get that hood open. I'm not going to force it right now. But something about the proportion of this car, just in the back fender, and kind of how the back sits with the rest of the car, for some reason looks weird to me. Dynamic. Let me know if anybody knows in the comments down below. What does this look like to you if you're very familiar with this car? It just seems like this is up a little higher than it should be, and the fender shape is not correct. It's almost like the car looks perfect up to right here, and then it looks weird. Don't know. Maybe it's just my eyes messing with me, but that's what it looks like to me. And now this Nissan Skyline GTR R34, B and R34, limited to 2,500. Well, that's kind of weird too. These are both in the same series. I don't get this. Okay, somebody explain this to me too, please. I don't know if these are available in a, or if these maybe are available in a straight pack as well as these are available in the cases. So these are available in both, but why in the same series is this limited to 3,220 and this one limited to 2,500? Why is that? They don't come like 2 to the case, 1 to the case. They come in inners of 6 that have all the colors in them. What is going on there, guys? Does somebody know? Somebody please let me know why that is. It's not the first time I've seen that in Johnny Lightning series, recent ones. Definitely not the first time. All right, so this one, too, is a little bit odd. This is version A. Let's go ahead and open up version B right away. Yeah, this one, too. Okay, so what do you think's odd about it before I tell you what's odd about it? What looks like, I don't know, off to you? Okay, what looks off to you? The front fender, or the wheel well, and how the car sits. Is that not weird? It's not like the base is not on correctly. It is slammed to the body, so it's like it's done correct. It's not like an error. But isn't it weird that the front axle sits with that much space between the tire? Like you could see right through there. See that? And it's on both of these. And in pictures, I noticed it too, and I just thought maybe there was just 1 or 2, you know, maybe a couple were like an error or something. I want to push down on this hard to try to get it to be corrected, but I know it's just going to bend the axle, and it's not going to look correct. Maybe give it some camber. But is that odd to you? So this one's got something weird going on to it too. And I don't know if it's because these toolings are aging or something, and they're not. I don't know what it is. So answer that question if you have it. I'm gonna grab. I have another example of these, an older one. 2 of them actually. So let's take a quick peek at those. And these look fine. Base, is the base different? Base looks the same. I mean, everything else looks pretty much the same. So this is an older Johnny Lightning. I'm not sure when exactly it's from. And then here's another one. Looks good. Stance looks all right. So what happened to these? What happened to these? Somebody answer that question. They didn't change the base. Base is exactly the same. It is exactly the same. And even so, like this one is not spun on perfect. On this one, it's got a little bit of an angle to it. And still, even the front of this car on either side looks better. This one is done very well. So stance is perfect on that one. But what is going on, dude? What's up with that? Like, you can't see through these ones. Like, that gap is kind of there. You'd be able to see through it if the axle. What is going on? So sorry to spend so much time on that, but let me know. I mean, what you think. What is your theory here? What is going on with these? And I've noticed this with some other Johnny Lightning castings as of late too. There's a Firebird that's got some weird stuff going on with it. There's that CRX where the back I mean, it's definitely on correctly, but the back axle is weird. All right, so let's move on though. Street Freaks. This is limited one of 2,500. And so are the IROC Zs. I only got version A for this one. I did not get version B. These ones come with a card in them. Ooh. Got this one. I had to get one example of this Demolition Derby card just because this series is really cool. U812. Hood opens, different color. No window. Save money on that. And then metal base, plastic tires. Very cool little piece though. Here's the card that comes with it. Pretty neat. The other color of this is like a magenta or like purple or something, so I skipped that one. No offense to people that enjoy that color. I just didn't think it looked as good as this green one. So, and you could only get one, so I got that. And then these IROC Zs, these projects in progress, I had to get both of them. I'm gonna go ahead and open it. So this is set B. This is a pretty cool. I don't have any other example of this casting, so I'll open up both of them right away. And this one looks pretty good. It's a newer Johnny, and it looks pretty good, I must say. We got card that actually matches. I do like what they did here, as you notice, or may have not noticed. So it's kind of neat because this one, okay, so the body's blue. You got a different colored door. You've got primer all over the place. An opening hood, which is great. The stance on it is pretty decent. The wheels and tires, they're rubber, so that's pretty cool. The rims look good. They look appropriate for the vehicle, so that's awesome. Pretty neat there. Now this one here, the body was brown, but the hood and the door are blue. So the hood and the door are the blue color actually from this car. They're the same color as this car, which is kind of neat. And then you got like the fender, the rest of the car is brown, kind of like a root beer metal flake. And then you still got primer in not all the same spots. It doesn't have any primer around the door like this one does. So there are some neat little details with this one for sure. Here's the front of the car. Front of the car looks pretty much the same. You got the same blue hood, same primer detail, and then on the other side you got the same kind of primer door. This one though has added primer detail around the wheel well that this one does not have. Ooh, we do have an issue here. Spoke too soon. What is that? That back glass is not. Look at that, it's all popped up. What is going on here, man? It's imperfect on this one. It's not imperfect on this one. I bet you I could fix it, maybe, by pushing on it. But it's not supposed to be like that. Even if it's a project in progress, I don't think that is something that would happen in any sort of car. What is the deal with that? Should I just like break it off and break out the back, maybe? Then it could be a project in progress, but that's weird. So this is Project Russet. Potato. Huh. Interesting. All right, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. We went on way too long, so I got stuck on a couple of things, and that's all right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We need to end it now, though. 30 minutes on the second half. So thank you guys very much again for watching another episode of Diecast Weekly. I do have some more content already. Ooh, I just noticed something cool, sorry. Another cool thing about this Demolition Derby car. The back opens. Or sort of opens. It flips out. That's cool. That's a neat little feature, I guess. I don't think that's supposed to happen over here, though. All right, so anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.